You've all been waiting for it, and it's here. A brand new season of United Rogue Overwatch.
Maybe? Minky?
Minky?
Minky? Oh my goodness, what was that? Big, oh, that's a fine grab.
Let's go!
What a grab.
A new season brings new teams, new players, and for the first time, a new league.
I'm gonna promise every single person watching right now, there will be no Ajax.
Oh, Ajax!
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at this! The double! The triple! And then getting rid of the Arisa!
Oh, this is truly Overwatch.
Yo, okay.
It's time to see who can rise to the challenge and who will fall in defeat. It's time for Season 8. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have a match of all time. We are here in Ruby, gonna see the Buffalo Bolts take on the Vancouver Wild. And I think, no pun intended, this match is gonna be wild. I'm Dasupcan, and I'm joined by the awesome Rico. Rico, we got a game on our hands, buddy.
Oh yeah, it's been a game already for those of you watching. To fill you guys in, we have Laggy coming from the depths to basically compose his team of misfits and crazy individuals, most of which are subs right now. His team is in shambles. They FF'd map 1, and we now find ourselves on Numbani with the Laggy puppy attempting to lock Ryan. Is that what we're seeing right now?
There's no way this is gonna work. I am so excited for this for so many reasons. Because one, first official streamed Ruby game of the season, and it's already a banger. As like you said, Buffalo is actually in shambles, trying to figure out at least a roster to get started. But we're gonna see Numbani, their defense, as Vancouver's just gonna roll out on the offense here.
Even though our graphic probably got displayed, for those asking, Lucio is banned, and so is Freya. And Laggy with a pin.
Oh my god, Laggy is gonna probably not make it out of this. Okay, he is gonna get traded out for that. But, I mean, an early pick onto one of the DPS is not bad.
To say a cheeky little pin, but now Vancouver with the tank advantage, just this, able to just walk in, slash on an Adbon on that hazard. And Hanzo Farouz taken out.
It appears there's just one member left who is not going to be living for long, as Vancouver, probably not surprisingly, going to take this pretty easily.
And Laggy's just being walked down. He got close spawn and pushed up alone. He's going to be staggered here. Same with the Mercy. And make that Adbon. All right. We are trickling, ladies and gentlemen.
Adbon also swapped over to the Widow, trying to bring back that carry potential he had from last season, as Laggy is just begging for a Rhine duel.
Laggy is trying to coax a Rhine duel. You're right, in all chat. Choco's getting cheeky. He's pushed up. He's hiding in this high ground, but forced out by Trick.
Simply falling low, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Laggy's kind of just holding down this 2v3, but there's Adbon coming back, already getting a pick. This is the firepower you need. They're looking at Choco, but a good Suze is going to keep him up, and here's the Deadeye.
And that's Hitman Jesus for you. He's taking 2. Laggy's holding cart hostage right now as the rest of Vancouver comes back to peel him off cart. And he's dangerously low with no support.
And he's gone. So far, Vancouver has all the momentum in the world, as Buffalo is just struggling to put together a decent team fight. They had a moment of brilliance from Adbon, but now 5 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. We've seen some crazy holds last season on this point, but it's probably going to take a miracle to get them through this. Has ult comes through. It's going to find 2.
It's
Laggy with a pin. Hold
Laggy
on.
drops a bag on him too while he's at it. Doesn't mind.
Do miracles exist? Are we seeing the beginning of it?
The comedy Rhine getting some value here. That's 3 for Laggy.
Up Valk as well. Just to make sure Laggy doesn't go in too deep.
Oh, and we have the run
is
here.
honored.
It's being honored. Adbon with a pick into the spawn on recall. That's going to be another stagger in favor of Buffalo.
This game is already living up to the hype. Laggy's just solo
shatter!
Choco. What is happening?
This is absolute cinema, ladies and gentlemen, and Laggy does pay for it, but Mercy might get the res here. Sneaking for it is
There's
caught
no
out by
way.
recall.
Cool.
Stranded behind enemy lines, able to fly to Trick on an Echo.
Keeping Trick alive is well crucial as they're waiting for their Laggy tank to come back.
And Justice is
gonna
trying to go
pin
in. Chasing down the Adbon Widow, who's just running and
boxes.
runs into the arms of Choco. But Laggy with the follow-up is able to trade Choco and is now swinging on Justice, who falls. The trades are coming out. The res comes from the Mercy, and this is going to be a fight win for Buffalo in this
Recall pulling
circus.
the blade for no reason as well. Like you said, that was a fight win, getting one pick on the exit, but what is happening right now?
And Laggy drops an easy in the chat while he's set up for another goofy pin. Oh, but he's gonna
the
get caught out here.
flashbang. But Adbon, being the god he is gonna take one for himself as well.
And Justice is triggered. He's pinning in for the Widow. Adbon able to use the grapple to get out of harm's way. But Vancouver finally getting some motion on this third point cart. And that's Choco dropping the high noon on the Mercy. She super jumped into
Again.
it. Oh, the nano
Nano's gonna
comes
come
out.
Laggy's gonna have a terrible time against that. Goes down. Now he's got his sights on Adbon as Justice is rolling through Buffalo right now. This probably should be Vancouver's point. 3 minutes. Honestly, the fact that they knocked off 2 minutes is a miracle in itself. That was looking dire.
Yeah, there's no other way to say this other than we are watching pure absolute cinema.
I'm not gonna lie, I could have sworn the Emerald game was streamed the other night, but that's what it's feeling like right now. Just a whole lot of chaos and a whole lot of, I don't even know how to describe it.
Shenanigans. And honestly, you are right. They have a very respectable time bank, but it is kind of intriguing how much time they were able to shave off, considering Buffalo is hosting a very patchwork roster here. We don't have any really actual Ruby rostered players on the team right now, other than I believe Trick and Adbon.
Laggy's mentioned wanting to try to climb up to Ruby, so if you count him, that's 2.5.
I
But
was gonna say Laggy has been Ruby for what, the last several seasons. He had to take some time off, was not able to hit the threshold this season, but has now hit it and is looking to come up to Ruby. I think as a DPS though, I find it quite funny that he is finding value here
on the
Rhine.
Now, I will say, crucially, we did see Adam start spectating, so next map, they will have one of their other Ruby players in. That could be just the boost they need, but first, they gotta get through this Vancouver defense. It's gonna be a rough one. Hitscan Jesus taking out the counterpart, but he's gonna die for it. So both teams down at DPS right now. Adbon's still in the Widow. I think he's just looking for that quick pick potential that he found success on the defense. Counterpin goes in. There's the anti.
He gets pulled. Laggy gets pulled. The Weaver maybe going to enable some shenanigans here and some feeding from Laggy. And as I say that, we see the pin, and he's punished. But Justice gets anti. There's no follow-up. He's won and takes Laggy out with him.
Recall really looking to finish the job onto Trick, but Trick's not making it easy. Recall gonna find the one, and Justice gonna clean up on point. So far, already down to 3 minutes on this time bank, but we've seen some interesting plays so far.
I will say, Justice farming the Shatter faster with his fire strikes through that tight choke. I don't know if Laggy's been ult tracking. He's being a little silly. He might get caught off guard here by the Shatter that Justice has coming up.
I think they're about to get caught off guard by this sneaky Choco. He's going around. He's looking for Adbon. He wants the duel. He's going to find him. Now, already Buffalo is a man down.
But Trick in response.
Right.
And Laggy looking to
Hanging
troll
on
with
the
these
pedal.
Life Weaver pedals. Looking for another opportunity to pin, I'm sure. And he's just pathing to the high ground. He does not care. Oh, no.
The
He
pin in
canceled
from
the pin.
just this. Adbon over onto the Sombra, and with the help of Trick, is going to take down Recall. Now they're up a man. They're looking to take out just this. They're
And
going
he
to do it.
Laggy
Laggy is
creating
still
this,
hiding in the shadows.
this phantom pressure as he takes high ground here alone. Gets pulled onto point, though. Weaver says enough of the games. Get the hell over here.
He's going to find Choco with it, and Trick's going to find the Ana. Why is this working for them?
The absolute cinema that is this Ruby game right now.
Blades
Oh, and
out,
the shadow
shatters
comes
out. This should be it. Vancouver wanting to take this point back. It's going to cost them, though, because that's two big fight-winning ultimates.
That was two big ults. They do have Nano in the bank, though. That's always some bang for your buck, even if you don't combo it with an ultimate ability. And now we have pretty much all the ults online on the side of Vancouver. Laggy just pathing straight to the back line, just walks under.
The
Both lines
counterpin.
counterpin. The ante comes
is
out.
so big. Shiba has been on point with those all game, it feels like. A good sleep, but Choco's falling low, getting some packs from the Brig. Trick falling early is not what you want to see here as you try to regroup. Buffalo only has 30 seconds left, but they have every ultimate in the bank. They're running into a rally, they're running into a nano, and they're running into Hitscan Jesus. It's time to die.
And this is shaping up. This is going to be last fight here. They're going to want to get value out of these ults.
Nano's gonna go on. Shatter, he's looking. He's going the distance. Laggy messes up. He doesn't find the kill. Now it's just pop ults and pray. Adbon's gonna find one. Adbon's gonna find two.
The trades are
Can
coming
they
out.
find more?
They don't have a tank on point, though, and it's just Adbon now against a low Genji, and Recall able to confirm the kill before he dies to Adbon's virus.
And that is gonna be map 2, technically. Vancouver now up 2-0. Honestly, as silly as that was, Buffalo did have its moments, and I think you really can attest to, you know, the players on the team keeping the vibes up, keeping the plays, and keeping the comms up. Because we all know Adbon is a stern leader, but Laggy has great leadership in there as well. So I'm sensing that now with Adam going on to the team, that Buffalo might stand a better chance.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone might be as shocked as I am just to see how that unfolded. But we do have Adam joining the ranks, an actual rostered player on Buffalo. Everyone in chat, please shout out Hanzo 4 Rose filling in for that map for Buffalo, making their UR debut as a free agent.
And honestly, you know, considering the odds stacked against them, not a bad showing. Having some good plays on the Mercy, having a crazy res to help them keep them in that fight just a little bit longer. Huge credit to Hanzo Baruz.
But now that that map has been locked in, I'm curious to see where Buffalo takes us next. They get first map pick, first hero ban again.
They cannot go to hybrid. They cannot go to, I want to say, to see control. I had a little bit of a brain fart, we'll be honest. We could see a push, we could see an escort. Now that this Buffalo roster is starting to put itself back together, Rico, do you have any thoughts of where they might want to pull, considering what we saw Vancouver running?
I think they might want to go for a flashpoint, something you could run the Rhine on. They don't want to go anywhere that has too much verticality. Granted, they did just pick Numbani, so I don't know what we're going to see out of Buffalo's bag of tricks here.
I'm curious to see if Laggy is going to stick on this tank. I think it might be the best case for them, considering you give Trick and Adbon the opportunity to do what they were doing, find those crucial picks, start the fights off strong, and Laggy, you know, silly goofy as he was, not a bad, you know, Ryan performance, all things considering. We're gonna see Circuit pull up as the map of choice. I think this kind of leans against what you were saying. This, to me, sees, you know, a lot of verticality. If you look at that second point, point B is just the entire snaked hill going up. So, I wonder if Buffalo has something in the back pocket, especially now, again, that they have this, Adam pick back in. They're getting their core roster a little bit back. They might have something cooked up from some scrims. Maybe we see a Laggy ball. Just because, why not?
Ball. That would be interesting. I mean, honestly, I think the Circuit pick might just be... They might just be trying to get value after Adbon and Trick on the DPS. Laggy might just be... I mean, I don't know if he's capable of playing slow, but I was going to say maybe he'll just play slow, wait for DPS to find picks. I'm not really sure. And as I say that, our first ban comes out. We are banning Ana.
I think that's not a bad play. There were, so many perfectly timed antis to really shut down Laggy on his push. I think having the play style that Buffalo wants, and now this ban where, they're able to keep Laggy up a little bit longer, not have to worry as much, this could be something cooking.
Did I miss a ban in chat? People are... Okay, there it is.
In the Widow.
The Widowmaker ban.
The Ottawa special from last season, forcing Adbon off the Widow. But this does open up. Adbon last season, Widow only. This season was going to do Reaper only, then figured out Reaper is ass. But he's swapping over to the Freya. And Freya was banned last match, so Vancouver can't do it anymore. This might be Adbon unleashed. I don't think I've seen a Choco Freya as much, so maybe Recall has something in the back pocket if they want to try to mirror that, because, in my mid to high diamond opinion, Freya is giga broken if you are very skilled at that character.
No, absolutely. I think to everyone's disdain, Freyas have been running around in ranked lobbies and scrims. We've seen some action in OWCS. Some of what we've been seeing is absolutely criminal.
Ooh, I'm looking at Vancouver's offense right now, and I'm seeing the Zen bat, and I love to see it.
And honestly, we see the Rhine on both sides again. I know Laggy was asking for the mirror, and I just find it impressive how easily he goaded people into a Rhine 1v1. Now, for those of you in chat who don't know, Laggy routinely does this in quick play lobbies, and the entire lobby devolves into chaos and Rhines emoting and waving hi to one another. And it hasn't devolved quite that far yet, but Justice is doing the Rhine mirror on Circuit.
What are we witnessing today? I am so excited. Recall jumping over the top. Gonna try to look on a pick onto Trick. Unfortunately, not gonna find anything yet. The Discord on Laggy is gonna get him shredded. Zipley finding that pick. And now Recall is just going in, finding one, looking to try to take out more, but he's gonna have to back off as he falls low. And now it's just this. Starting to press forward. Hitscan Jesus finding one. Recall finding another. Adbon probably not long for this world. He's gone. Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, and the pin from Justice, the flank pin. Laggy didn't see it coming. And this is just free real estate right now for the side of Vancouver. They're pushing up to spawn. The Zen was left on cart. He is payload princess right now.
I want to comment on the Mercy pick because I think it's not necessarily a bad choice because you are really giving a lot of power over to your DPS to do what they need to here. I'm worried you're going to lose a lot of that value in these fights as point A has already been taken.
Yeah, the Mercy is a bold pick. It pretty much depends on the DPS to pop off. But Laggy is just
Like
playing
he is
too fast
feeding
for them to get
families
value.
out here.
And not in a good way.
Oh no.
And Adbon finding one, even trying to even out the picks, but they have to deal with the Rhine now. Laggy fed too early. Vancouver with this tank advantage here.
Adbon does have the quick bola. That ult is known to, basically be another tracer ult. Just farm it fast. Bola comes out onto Justice Shield. Not really finding that much value as they're just going to be able to heal him up immediately.
And the window coming out, Laggy finding himself low. He gets sped back by the Juno. Is he ready for Justice Shatter, though? Does he know he's built it this fast?
He's got to know. He's got to be a knower. Bob's going to come out, miss the point, but just going to be a nuisance. He is also gone.
Yeah, Zen really enables you to shred the Bob pretty much on a whim whenever it's cast.
All right, everybody's looking cute. There's a blade, there's a ray, there's a trank, but the blade is too strong. The Valk hoping to keep people alive, but I don't think it's going to do much. The shatter misses from Justice.
That miss, yeah. Point blank, but Laggy falls anyways.
Oh no. And now Trick's gonna go down. Adbon just trying to get out before the DPS. Nope, he can't. Laggy out of spool gets pinned and insta-murked. This is just a roll on Vancouver's part.
I was gonna say 5 minutes in the time bank, ticking down ever so slowly if you're on the side of Buffalo.
Adbon again with the bola, and it's looking like the only ultimate. Laggy's gonna have to get real creative, building the shatter, and then probably solo ulting somebody, if we're being honest.
We have Choco solo pushing the high ground, Trick and Adbon quickly deal with him. They find Shiba, and now Vancouver, for the first time this match, are going to be pressured back a little bit.
It honestly doesn't seem like they're two-phased. They've got Recall Justice and Zipley all ready to just keep going in. Laggy with the 360 shatter that goes wide.
Didn't find anyone.
The Bola again just looking to kill the tank. It's not going to find much. Laggy's going to go down.
Oh, Justice pins in. He's low. Able to get care, though. Choco finds two now. Pops the high noon. Make it three-piece for hit scan. Jesus.
It's just the DPS left on Buffalo. I am concerned for their safety and well-being as the cart is rolling ever so closer to that final point.
Shiba falls early. There's no ults on the side of Vancouver now, and Bob comes out, able to find one.
And
it looks like
Buffalo.
Buffalo
Of pressure on this tank. Bob's gonna get that second one.
Able to hold on by the skin of their teeth as that payload sitting very close to the finish line.
Trick gonna find one more pick.
Laggy is informed everyone, chat. He got his first perk.
That's the GOAT. The 10-man's king got his first perk. Everybody just rejoice with us. This is a wonderful moment. Vancouver making a big rotation, trying to take this high ground away.
And Laggy's trying to cut them off, but he's spotted out by the Genji. And Chocoman with the stun. The Mercy pops Valk. Maybe looking for a res. Decides not. Probably the smarter decision. But Justice is going in.
Looking to collapse on this Buffalo team. Blade 1. It's just a massacre. It's an absolute massacre. It is just Adam, the Oceania Demon. Laggy gets shattered. He's gone. This is it for this round.
Gonna say, and again, not as impressive as the first round, but still a very respectable time bank for Vancouver.
Oh. I mean, I think Buffalo here might just have to stick to their guns, but do you think there's any potential swap? Do we see does the Adbon Bastion come out?
The Adbon Bastion. That would be an incredible pick. I didn't know that one was in Adbon's repertoire, but I believe Adbon is one-tricking Freya this season. Couldn't last map because it was banned. Oh no, he's hovering junk. Maybe the one-trick allegations aren't happening this season. I don't know. There's been so many changes. At first it was Reaper, then Reaper was bad, and then it was Freya. But now we see the Junkrat. So Adbon might just be off leash. Honestly, I think Buffalo needs
Entire
some
Buffalo
leashes.
is off leash.
Yeah,
right
they
now. Look
need
at this
someone
comp.
needs a leash. We have May, Junkrat, Rhine, Mercy, Weaver on Circuit Royale, ladies and gentlemen. You can only get this here at United Rogue Overwatch. Don't you forget it.
Now, the idea here is wall, Rhine, junk in your face, you blow up. The execution is going to be where we're going to have to see what happens because Trick already falling low, Sai going to have to keep them up for now. Like,
And we see some shenanigans. Junkrat is going over the top. Weaver was looking to help him, but they both messed up their cooldowns. And Laggy died.
Laggy to just be Laggy going in. Sai is going to fall, trying to take the 2v1 Trick, trying to just get some damage out, but is going to damage himself with the deflect.
Oh, Enrico gets trapped and falls. Adbon with a 200 IQ trap, I guess.
Here it is, the shatter pedal. Laggy's in, no support. He's gone. This is just shenanigans. Is Sai going for the res?
Going for the res gets shut down though. And now we're
Am I
back.
drugged? What am I watching?
There's not a lot to cast right here. We just have a lot of feeding coming out from the side of Buffalo. I'm gonna be honest. Laggy noticing Justice
Laggy
getting
wants the
cheeky in his
pin.
spawn. Does not stop his pin soon enough. Gets a counter charge. I think that's the first time Laggy didn't LO as of his Weaver to get gripped. And Chocoman using this pedal to go up to the high ground. Did they see him? I don't know.
There's no way they didn't see him.
They know.
On the
Adbon
Reaper, and he's
gets
gone.
stunned. And now Buffalo is being held hostage in their spawn thanks to their own Weaver. But Sai
All
coming
right,
with a
that's one.
pick.
The solo blizzard onto the tank. Wait, Trick might be trying to have some godsend strats. Not gonna find the pick, but Adbon's gonna find one. Trick's gonna find another. Could this be Buffalo's opening ticket, or is just this gonna ruin everything with a shatter?
Oh, and the cryo freeze stuffing him in the corner. And he's still trapped in there. Adbon TPing
the
right in
wall.
front. And
Oh
I
my God.
genuinely have no words for what we're witnessing, ladies and gentlemen.
Laggy again, typing the easy in chat after getting farmed. You gotta keep it up, man. This is peak Overwatch we are watching.
Peak
A window right in
Overwatch.
front of Laggy's face. He's gonna get gripped out, but this window is still dangerous.
And Laggy just pins in. Oh, a
Freeze
huge
up.
tree coming from Adam. Laggy was gonna fold, but it gets popped just as fast.
The rush out. Laggy going for another pin, but
And a
that
solo
leaves
shatter
his
on
team
its
to get
side.
shattered. Wait,
the Weaver pull.
grip. They pop Trank just to diff Laggy one more time, and now the rest of Buffalo is falling like dominoes.
Yeah, I want
Minute
everyone
left.
in chat to know I left a game of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege to cast this.
Do you regret it?
No, Laggy's getting a bill. It's okay.
Oh.
And as I say that, some intriguing pathing coming out. A little fake from Laggy there. Gets discorded. Gonna wait for it to fall. No,
Adbon
Choco.
did get the TP. He's looking to try to be sneaky here with this Blossom. The solo shatter. There's a lamp. It's going to keep him alive. And because of that, Laggy's going to get down. A blade is in the back. Adbon's going to find the What is happening? It's
Adbon's-
just chaos.
Solo on cart now. Only one still up who has a chance of touching it, looks like. No, Laggy swapped the ball. There might be a last second touch.
Ball. But the
No,
pin,
he is pinned.
it's
And-
all over.
That is our game between Vancouver and Buffalo. It's a 3-0 for Vancouver. Any Buffalo fans in the chat, what can I say? They put on a show at the very least.
Oh, a show was made. I mean, this was chaos from start to finish. It was immaculate. I have no words other than just peak cinema.
Yeah, absolute cinema. I didn't envision this being the first Ruby game of the season that we got live on screen, but here it is. All I can say is whoever does the edits for next season's Fraud Squad can have some fun with this one.
Oh, you're gonna have a great time with this. I need to see every shatter on Laggy, every pin that he went in. He got some value, but in the end, it just was not enough to really just keep Buffalo in this. An unfortunate 3-0 loss, but all things, considered, I think they somehow held their own at points.
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of life. I think some of it was just the rather unorthodox shenanigans coming out from Buffalo. I feel like the returns started to diminish after Vancouver was sort of locked in and onto the flank Rhine, we'll call it.
Vancouver looking scary, but I will say Buffalo, at full roster, they could be a force to be reckoned with. But that is going to be it for us here. I mean, what a show. What a start to the season. I've got no words.
Yeah, I mean, all I can say is, if you're in chat, please come back and tune in for our next Ruby game, where things might be a little more on par.
We've also got a couple more games coming at you. I believe the next one is going to be tomorrow at 8. It'll be a Sapphire game between San Diego Armada and the Nashville Wind Tins. Don't forget to come check it out. Should be a game similar to this. Hopefully a little less shenanigans, but I think that might do it for us here. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.
GG's.